Alright guys, so we are back today. In the last video I had a few comments on asking why I changed from the high lifter to the Pro XP, so we'll go over that. But the main topic for today's video is going to be going over the Pro XP and just checking it out, just doing a walk around of it pretty much. So let's get started. It's a little cold outside, so let's get a little cold start on this thing. Alright guys, so I do apologize for in the last video of all the wind noise, but as promised I did get the little fuzzy thing. But yeah, the mic should sound a lot better now with this. It should take all the wind noise out of it. So let's get to looking at this thing. So interrupting one more time, I appreciate everybody that watches the videos, and if y'all could, I would greatly appreciate it if y'all subscribed and leave a comment. It doesn't hurt, it's free, and it makes my day when I see it. So y'all don't forget to subscribe. Let's get on to the video. And to the comment that I got in the last video or two, I got asked, why did I change from the high lifter to the Pro XP? Well, there was a few reasons really. I love the high lifter, don't get me wrong. It's a great machine, but I'd had it for, I'd say a year and a half, maybe 2 years, and I was just getting old. I was just getting tired with it really. I wanted some more power, so obviously this thing is going to have more power coming from the 110 horsepower to the 181, and there's easy upgrades you can do to these Pro XPs that'll bump you on up some more. So if I ever want more horsepower, it's pretty easily attainable. So let's get to looking at this thing. So bone stock, you're going to get your carnivores in the 30s. Great tire in my opinion, great all around trail tire. You could do some light mud riding with them. The tread pattern on there looks super great to me, and I'm pretty glad that they choose to throw these on this machine. I know a few other year models came with some other tires, and didn't really like them as much, but these are awesome. And the rims, not really sure what you would call that color, but I'll get in close on them so you can see them good. They got a little bit of flakiness looking in them. They're pretty cool color. They're not, I wouldn't say that they were black, they're more of like a gunmetal looking color, but overall they do look good. So on your front end, if you ordered the Sport, it's going to come with the accent lights on your headlights, which is the little triangle on each side, but it does not come with what they call, I know some people call it the eyebrow or the mustache, but you can get one of those online for fairly cheap and install them pretty easy. I think it's just a plug and play kind of thing. It's already set up for it. And of course you're gonna get just a stock plastic bumper, nothing nice, but we'll definitely be upgrading that in the future. I got a pretty cool bumper that I think y'all like. So I'm glad I went with the black. As y'all can see, it looks super good. It's painted and it looks just really nice. So black to me is a good color because might want to do different colors on the A-arms, you know, get some stuff powder coated, and it'll be a good color option that'll pretty much, you can choose whatever color you want because anything really goes with black. And also on the hood, if you noticed, it's indented on there, but it's got the Rzr logo. I thought that was pretty sweet. So still on the front, suspension wise, man, I was checking it out the other day and I didn't really notice this, but these top A-arms that the shocks mount to are massive. I would say it's got to be a little bit bigger than an inch. Maybe 2 inches, I'm not sure, I have to measure that, but they are real beefy. Seems to be welded really good, made really good. Everything else looks about the same. The bottom A-arms, they do have some arch to them already, so that's good. So your shocks, they're going to come in this silver color. It's almost like a metallic silver looking. Looks really good. And up here you got your shock reservoir, and you got your shock clicker, which adjusts the high and low speed bump softness, I guess is what you call it. But it looks really nice. It's kind of hard to see because it's over up on top. Try to reach up in there, touch it so y'all know where it's at. But I haven't messed around with those yet. We will be when we actually get out and get to ride this thing some more. So you come to the side of the machine, and the doors, of course, they got your open spot, which I really don't like at all. I wish they came closed, because that's just a good way to get overspray of water and mud all over you, and extra wind in the cab, and keeps you cold. I know it'll be good for summertime, but I just don't like it. And say if you're backing up or something, a limb could come in there and jab you right in the leg, and that would suck really bad. But other than that, not too bad. They do have another opening right up in here. I'm trying to get to where y'all can see it good. Let's see if I can adjust. But there's an opening in the door right there also that lets in water and stuff. I went riding yesterday just on the roads, and it had just got done raining, and I was steadily getting hit with water from the front tire, throwing it straight up through that hole. So yeah, new doors in the future will definitely probably be coming, because I know they make some that line on up and come up here and go with the body a lot better, and I'll do away with that opening right there too, so that'll be good. And also, if you can tell, there's an opening right there and then up there that easily you can see the tire if you look through that little gap. Zoom in on that. But that's also going to throw up mud and water right through there and then over the top of the door on you. Luckily, I believe a few companies make block off kits that go in and block off that little gap, because man, we're just not going to be doing light speed, and we're not going to need all the aerodynamics of all that. So block that off and keep all that mud and water from slinging up all over you. I know we go mud riding, we expect to get muddy, but come on, we don't want it just instantly just cruising down the trail. So on the rear suspension, I do like the trailing arms. I got that little design on them that look pretty cool. They seem beefy. The sway bar links are skinny as always, and I do intend on replacing them with some different kinds. But yeah, I think pretty much all Rzrs are like that, and I'm pretty much going off of everything from the high lifter 1000 XP. So 1000 XP to this, that looks about the same on beefiness wise. The shocks, they do look bigger, and it does ride really well. I know in the last video I kind of caught some air going over a road, and they did really well. They also have the clickers you can adjust, so we'll be playing with those here shortly. On to your belt box. It looks pretty good. I'm not really sure what the Turbo XPs look like, but It does. I did notice from my Rzr 1000 high lifter back here in the rear, it is made of metal instead of plastic, so the warpage that I know some people had problems with on water riding and getting water in from the belt temperatures getting too hot, that'll keep it sealed off a lot better from instead of, you know, bolting plastic to plastic, it'll bolt from the front plastic to the metal, so that'll be a lot nicer. Now everything on this machine is ran up pretty high. It comes all up to these frog skin, I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, frog skin. But it's all ran up pretty high on both sides. The engine intake, I believe, is right about where that sign is in the rear. And then over here on your exhaust side, you got your exhaust, and man, one thing I do notice from owning any side-by-side is I wish they would cover up this area right here and do some kind of steel powder coated cover. I know companies make them, but I wish they would come stock, because that always seems to get super dirty with mud and stuff, and it gets stained, and it's so hard to keep clean. I could never keep the last one clean on the high lifter, but we'll try a little bit better. We're definitely going to get some kind of cover for it. And on the rear, the radius rods, most everybody I know wants to replace these if they're doing any kind of intense riding, because they end up bending and breaking, but these actually seem to be a little bit more beefier. I probably still will be replacing them. I never did on the old machine, and I want to get some that are, of course, arched, and I might already have some on the way, so. But they do look a lot more beefier than the Rzr high lifters was, so just a little comparison for you. Now, on to the rear of the machine. I don't know why, but I get X3 vibes when I look at the rear of this thing. I don't know why. I love the look of the Rzr. It definitely doesn't look like the X3, but I don't know. I guess it's just how the bed is, maybe. But on the bed, it seems to have a lot more cargo space. It's massive in there. And of course they make all kind of accessories that you can mount and have coolers from Polaris. I think Super ATV makes them, Kimimoto makes them, the little boxes that come up and go over, and you can use them for storage, or you can use them for a cooler, so that's pretty neat. But the bed is definitely bigger than on the Rzr 1000 XP, so that'll be nice. And before we go on to the interior, another thing I noticed was the cage on this thing. The stock cage is pretty beefy. I like how it comes up, and then you got another part that comes up right here, and then you got some cross members going each way, so it seems a lot more beefy. I would actually trust this cage on a possible rollover. I don't know, it may be thin wall, but it does seem a lot more beefier than any previous Rzrs that I've ever owned, which I've only owned one, but I've been around a ton of them, and it does seem a lot more beefy. The diameter seems to be bigger. So on to the interior. Man, the seats on this thing, I love them. They look a little different looking, but they are great on comfort and holding you in there when you're riding. Way better than the previous models of like the Turbo S's and the Rzr 1000 XPs. It definitely holds you in there a lot more. Just hugs you a little better. And also I noticed they already got holes in them for if you want to do a harness, so that is super nice. On the adjustability of them, they come up a lot more than my high lifter did. The only reason I know that is because my wife drove this thing the other day, and she's like super short, and she said that she could get to the pedals a lot easier in this one. And also, if you come down here and look, see the little bolt and the 2 holes below it, it's adjustable up and down, so you can take that bolt out and adjust your seats up and down. Sorry, getting tongue twisted over here. But I thought that was pretty cool. I'll have to take those out and play with that a little bit and see if I can find a different angle, but I think I'm gonna like this one because it's kind of leaned back, and everybody likes to lean back. So a few things I noticed I did like coming from the XP 1000 is the console. I do like it. I'll come in here, open it up. It's got some storage. Can't get over in there to see really good, but it does have a spot to plug in 12 volt. The cup holders are up and more at a just an easier place to get to. I know on the high lifter they were located like down there somewhere, so anytime you went through any kind of water and stuff like that, it just immediately got thrown into the floorboard, so didn't really like that. But they're at a way better spot in my opinion. And on to the shifter. I do like how the shifter is straight back instead of all the you having to come over here and do this and then come back over here, and I just always hated that. You can go straight forward and straight back, so that'll be a lot better on just backing up and going forward and all that stuff real quick. So on your 4-wheel drive switch, it is over here on your left side instead of where the high lifters was and the Rzr 1000 XP was. They were over here, but now we got them over here. And a cool thing I noticed about these toggle switches, when you have them on at night, they're lit up right up in there. It's kind of like a dim white light, and then say on your headlight or your 4-wheel drive, when you flip them up, they get a little brighter. So I thought that was pretty neat how it did that. And on the steering wheel, coming from the Rzr 1000 XP, it's a lot smaller. You got this flat spot at the bottom, and it seems like it's gear reduced, as in when you turn, it turns a lot faster. So that's a plus for me because it just makes it easier when you're out ripping. You don't have to turn the steering wheel as much. You know, you can give it a slight turn and get a good turn. So on the toggle switch side, they leave all that empty for you to add upgrades, and they leave you 10 spots. So you have a multitude of different options you could throw up there, and I'm sure you can order. I would like to order all switches like that because those things are pretty nice. So on your storage wise, in the cab you got this little spot where you can put something in, and you also have another 12 volt, and then up in here, which is pretty big, you can put whatever you want up in there, so that's super nice on storage. And then up here you got your glove box. I'll come out and go around and we'll look at that real quick. So on your glove box, you come in here. Sorry, I'm trying to fit this camera in here, but it's got a lot of room to store stuff. I wish I could show y'all in there better. I just got some random papers and stuff in there from the dealer. But super nice storage box up there. I like that. And on your passenger side, it's got a storage spot right over here where your passenger can throw some stuff in, and it's pretty deep. Be a good place to throw stuff. So on this grab bar, a few things that I've noticed already is the last one I had, it rattled a lot. It mounted like in the center, and it just had a little pin that went through there and held it. Well, this one has got these clamps that you have to pull out pretty hard, and you can push it in or pull it out further, and I believe, let's see, oh yeah, it comes out super far. I don't know if it comes out all the way. I'm sure it does somehow, but it comes out really far, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, you just reach back in there and clamp them down on each side. Okay, figured it out. I had it pushed down too far. But yeah, I do like it. It looks good. It's got the Rzr logo on it, and it's got these little grips right here, which feel really good, and feels pretty sturdy. I was shaking it pretty hard. So, when I did get it, I looked up here and I thought that this was going to be some kind of storage box, because the old Rzr that I had storage up here that I always used. But when you pull it off, it's actually got your bus bar under there and your fuses and stuff, so that's pretty nice having it up under there. It kind of, if you have a windshield, it'll keep water from getting all up in there. So if you're out mud riding or riding in the dust or sand and stuff and your radiator gets clogged up, I know pretty much all Rzrs do this, but I just thought it'd be good to show y'all that you can pop this out, and instead of spraying right through your little vent there, you can take that out and you got full access to your radiator. And man, that thing is massive. It's like bigger than the one on my truck. Probably not, but it's massive. So yeah, that's pretty neat. So that was pretty much all I wanted to show on this thing. Hop in the comments and let me know if there's anything that I didn't go over that you would like to see. If you were like me and was waiting for months and months for your Rzr to come in and there was things you wanted to know but they wasn't out there, yeah, just leave a comment and I'll come out here and make another video and make one just for you and show you stuff and add some more stuff. So y'all let me know. But until next time, we'll catch y'all guys later. And like I said earlier, don't forget to subscribe. Man, it means so much to me if y'all would subscribe. We'll see y'all next time.